Hey YouTube, this is Abs is Cool Online. I'm making a short video on how to make good quality minced burgers from minced meat. So this is some minced meat I got from my butcher's yesterday. It's fresh, good quality, everything, and it's all together in the bag. So you take some mince out of the bag. Put it into your hand. You don't want too much, because if you have too much, when you're frying it, the outside cooks nicely, but the inside stays raw, so it won't taste very nice. So when you get the beef, the minced beef, and you put it in a saucer, and then you start putting it down with your palm of your hand to get it flat, nice consistency. When you've done that, you use your fingers. As I don't have like a circle, stencil shape, anything like that, so you use your fingers and make it into a circle shape, so it's just nice and circular. Okay. Then you get your oil, but as I have no oil in the house, I'm gonna use some butter, which works just as well. So, got my butter out of the microwave, out of the fridge. You get yourself a pan, and just switch on your pan. Put in enough oil so that it almost covers the burgers. So I'll just do that now. So as you can see, I'm just putting a lump of butter into my pan and mixing around so it melts. It's melting quite nicely and quite quickly. You turn your cooker or your hob onto the top burner. I'll just get some more light in here. So that's looking nice, melting. It's spinning a bit, obviously, because it's butter and it has some water in it, but don't worry about the spinning. Obviously, because you have oil, it shouldn't spin as much. So now I'm going to turn the fire down to reduce spinning. Now, next, you go and get some fresh onions. They don't have to be very big. I use red onions because I prefer the taste of red onions over white onions. So you get yourself your chopping board from the cupboard. Where's my chopping board? There it is. You get yourself a chopping board, and I hope you all know how to peel an onion. And I'm gonna off the fire now because it's spinning too much and I'm not ready to use it. I need to cut my onions. So get yourself a sharp knife. And I prefer to wear my glasses while I'm chopping my onions because personally I don't like crying while I'm chopping onions. Whoops, just slipped. Okay, so you may not be able to see it, but all I'm doing is just chopping my onions, just removing the skin off the top of the onions. And I have my own technique, my own grandma's technique that teaches me how to take off the skin of onions really quickly, really efficiently. It works beautiful. I might post another YouTube video if anyone wants in the comments, dealing how to chop onions effortlessly and to prevent you from crying. So there, as you could have just heard, I just sliced my onion in half, because you don't want a whole onion just sat there in your pan. So there's my halved onion, and I'm ready. I'm ready to slice that into small rings, just so that I can put it in my pan, and it'll give my burger some flavor. So you only need about 3 slices, y'all, without the skin, obviously, and just leave it like that. Now I just need to wash my hands. Because you don't want mince meat all over your onions yet. So there you have your onions. You put your onions in to your oil, but mine's butter. Well, the butter will give my beef some flavor, but you'll be using oil, so you'll have no flavor if it's just plain sunflower oil, which you can get from Walmart or any shop like that. So that you just need a few onions, because I'm only going to be cooking one of these patties, as you call them. So I'm going to switch on my fire again, which I switched off earlier because it was spinning. And I'm going to put it on low flame because I want the inside of the burgers to cook nicely. And also I don't want to be spat on too much. So you squeeze it down so it's all collected together. Remember the shape, everything, shape it with your fingers. And then you can use a very amount of utensils, but I prefer to use this one because it enables me to pick up the burgers easily. There you go. So I'm picking up the burger, the patty even, and I'm dropping it in there. So as the onions fry, they release some flavor, and that gives my patty some good, nice onion flavor. If you want, you can add any kind of cheese, feta cheese, anything, goat cheese on top of that, and it gives it some nice, like homemade flavor. So just increase the fire a little bit, because we don't want to spend hours stuck here. And honestly, if you smell this, it's already starting to smell delicious already. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna pause and allow it to cook a little bit, and then I'll resume. Okay, now the burger's in there cooking very nicely. You can hear it probably sizzling, and I think it needs flipping because it looks like it's doing on the other side. So I get my utensil. Oh no, it's breaking apart, but this don't matter because you can join it back together when you flip it. It shrunk a little bit, obviously, because when you fry something, it shrinks. So I just line it up to where it's broken up. You may face this problem, and you just pat it down, and it just joins together. Pat it down a bit more to join this side. Squeeze it in. But you don't want to squeeze too hard, because if you do that, the outside will just cook real fast, and the inside won't cook at all. Move your onions back near it so the juices from the onions go into your homemade burger. And mine's smelling real good so far. Looks like both sides have finished cooking, so I'm just gonna break a tiny bit off up of the corner to see if the inside is cooked nicely. Hope y'all can see that. Break it off, and the inside should be dark. If it's any pinkish color, you know that your burger's not done properly, and you should leave in some more. But turn the fire as low down as possible, because the outside will be done, but the inside won't be cooked. Okay, so as you can see, there's no pink in the inside of my burger. It's the same, just a little bit brighter than the outside, and I'm gonna taste it. That tastes real good. Tastes like good quality burger. Your burger should be finished. So go to your what's it called, your hob, and switch off the fire, because the oil, or in my case the butter, will still be very hot. So it will just cook for a little bit longer. You get your bread, and I prefer sliced bread to over bread with sesame seeds. So you take your burger, and I like to break mine up sometimes to see whether it is cooked well inside, and you lift it and you drop it inside your bread. If you want, you can put in your onions, because your onions have also been cooking very, very nicely. You can take your onions from here and put it on top of your burger, but I do not like onions inside my burger, so I just leave the onions inside the pan. So then I go to my fridge and I find the cheese, and y'all can add cheese into your burger. And personally, I very, very like cheese in burger. And this is a new packet, so I'm going to cut it open way fast. I prefer to put grated cheese on my burger, because it melts faster, and I like to eat my burger and it is piping hot. So you just take some of your grated cheese, and I prefer mature cheddar cheese, and you just sprinkle some onto your burger. Sprinkle as much as you want, and it is good. And I also like to put mayonnaise on my burger. So let me just go and get some mayonnaise. So you just grab your mayonnaise. You get a spoon, and you just scoop half a dollop full of mayonnaise, and just land it onto your burger. And don't worry, as I'm closing it, the cheese will be melting. So now you close it up, and there you go, YouTube. There is your homemade burger. Thanks, y'all. This was Abby's Cool Online.